Hello everyone. In today's video, we just wanted to share some of the news that is related to real estate here in Calgary. Obviously, numbers for the month of April came out, and we will discuss those. At the same time, numbers for for our GDP just came out, and for the month of February, and we'll discuss those. And same time, we're going to discuss actually our weekly report, what is happening in Calgary's market. But there is one fun fact that I really wanted to share with you guys, and I'll start with that. And that is that Calgary is actually named one of the economically growing hubs where the money is coming. It was ranked actually number 47 among all those cities that are growing quite fast, and they're actually bringing investment into those cities. So Calgary was number 47th in that list, where big names like China's Shenzhen, Scottsdale in the U.S., Bangalore in India, they were the 1, 2, 3 on that list. But Calgary ended up on that list. Surprisingly, we have lots of millionaires in our city. And I believe that even right now, they're saying that in Calgary, there are somewhere close to 23,000 millionaires, which is a pretty big number. Obviously, the wealth is growing, real estate is growing, and that is obviously putting a lot of people in that bracket of millionaires. So Calgary is growing quite fast, and that's really good news. So now let's talk about February's numbers. Now, the GDP numbers just came out, and our economy in Canada kind of shrank by 0.2%. It was not expected. Obviously, the winter and also the uncertainty, the tariffs, everything just added into that. And is it that looking that bad? They're talking about, all the economists are thinking that we most likely will have another month of contraction. But at the same time, they are expecting that the Canadian economy will grow slightly above 1% in the year of 2025. So we know there are some things that need to be dealt with, and they need to be dealt with really quickly, so it does not actually turn into a chaos. But at the same time, I think there are a lot of people working to make sure that everything gets looked after and does not put too much burden on most of the citizens. So that is something to watch for. We will also be paying attention to that in the coming months. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Now, let's talk about April's numbers. We already know that the inventory is increasing, and that is also putting more pressure on sellers to reduce prices on their properties, which is a good thing. To be honest with you, I've been in the industry now about 9 years, and we love to actually work in a balanced market. When it's too hot, a lot of people can actually put themselves at risk as well by investing or doing anything. So now the inventory is increasing, and that is obviously bringing the prices down. But here is one thing that we're still struggling with, and that is that in detached home category and semi-detached home category, we are still lacking affordable prices. Any property that hits market, that is more affordable. Obviously, there are a lot of buyers who qualify for mortgages easily, like up to even 600,000, 550. So those properties are still lacking in the market, but prices are coming down, and we know that. So in month of April, our sales were down in all categories by 22.25%. We had 2,236 sales compared to 2,876 last year in the month of April. And new listings have increased by about 15.67% to 4,038. And inventory, now the inventory has more than doubled. As I mentioned, there is there are a few reasons behind that. So our inventory was at 5,867, which was an increase of 115.64%. So it's more than double. Last year, we only had 2,722 properties up for sale. So the average price is still going up. there was an increase of 6.28% to 646,000. That's including all the categories. But here's the fun fact, and that is that this is the first time that I'm seeing that the benchmark price was down by 1.4%. It was at 591,000 compared to 599,000 in April 2024. So when it comes to all the other categories, obviously the sales have decreased in all the categories. In detached homes, sales decreased by basically more than 16%, and the average price in detached homes was at 839,000, which was an increase of 5.32%. Obviously, the apartment sector is struggling quite a bit. Our inventory in apartment sector has increased significantly by 96%. So that is quite a bit. A lot more apartments are coming into the market. But all the categories like semi-detached and row houses were also struggling to sell. So those are the monthly report numbers, and if you want to know what is happening in your community, you can definitely give us a call, and we would love to provide you those numbers as well. And now I just want to touch base a little bit about actually surrounding communities to Calgary. So in those ones, in last month, Airdrie was actually, like, when it comes to sales to listing ratio, they sold like 64% of their listings, where Chestermere was struggling and they were at only 47% of their sales to listing ratio. So all the listings that were hitting the market, only 47% were selling, where Calgary was about at 55%. So, and obviously, Chestermere does have higher price point for houses, where Airdrie is a lot more affordable as well, even more affordable than Calgary. So now let's talk about weekly numbers. As we mentioned that, inventory is increasing and prices are coming down, and that's reflecting as well on our weekly report. We had almost 1,000 new listings that came into the market, 999. 86 were back onto the market. 664 properties saw a price decrease. Obviously, those are big numbers. 28 properties saw a price increase. 527 properties went pending. 601 properties got sold. So basically, as I mentioned in the report, it is about 55% of the properties that are hitting the market are selling, but in last 1 week, about we can say 60% got sold. 133 properties got expired, 8 were withdrawn, and 227 properties were terminated. Now, we have talked about this even in the past. Real estate is always about advice as well. It can save you, it can make you money, or it can break you. And it is very important that whenever you are thinking to buy or sell, that you discuss with experienced realtors who can really guide you through the process. If you have any question regarding real estate, give us a call, 403-689-2345. Thank you.